lion. My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence if it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking everything.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Texans, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. 2nd-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They go play action. Mills. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that play was all about timing between the quarterback and his tight end because the ball's got to be released with a little bit of float to it so he can run under it. Lays it out there for him. You know what else is involved? Trust that he's going to separate from the defender and have a chance to get the football, and he does exactly that and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
A first down throw for Mills. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Mills. And he rifles one incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mills. And that is incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now the rookie 4th-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Mills. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It's Ross Blacklock who earns the sack.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Herbert now. Steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now out comes Houston. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail him from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 6-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to put it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Mills. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And here's Taylor on the return. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Flushed out right. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized the quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys that did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play? Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Houston set to take over. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
Mills pass intercepted by the Chargers.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. First and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8. Mills. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mills. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Ebron. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throwing into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Eric Ebron from 8 yards out. And the Chargers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the out.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Mills to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A first down throw for Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Mills. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start things out by looking at the AFC South. Indianapolis hosting Tennessee. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. From there, we head up to the Motor City. Check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Tyrell Williams, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. A touchdown on the ground there for James Robinson. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. But the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Dancing to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Houston set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the gun, here's Mills. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the field. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. Able to slither by. Flashes another juke. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And the Chargers 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's got it to about the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A man from just north of here in Spring, Texas, it's Isaiah Spiller. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Herbert throwing again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Eric Ebron with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers open the lead up to 34-0. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes this 35-0 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action. Mills. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Pierce now up the middle. And some room to work. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw is Mills. On a slant, here's Collins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
Down to about the 22 here.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go right back to Pierce.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Pierce.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. That's a gain of 6.
Mills on 3rd and 2.
Got his
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They started on the ground with Eckler, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running on first down, Eckler. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's the pickup of 3.
On the give, this is Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That play going nowhere thanks to Ross Blacklock. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the 50, here's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Herbert on first down now. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 7.
Herbert back to the air.
18-yard line.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Yeah, you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Herbert now. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. At about the 32. Mills throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 36, Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43.
Here is Eckler. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So, for the Chargers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.